Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. So, in the last episode, we kind of touched on setting up our new power supply system here and how it's going to work. So, didn't have a whole lot of time this week. I've just been really busy with work and then working on some projects for school. So pretty much the only work we got done was finishing connecting a lot of the piping. I think did we get the yeah, we got the internal the piping going, but nothing's powered on the first layer, or nothing's connected to the power on the first layer, and the top layer is also not powered. But, as you can see, fuel is flowing. We don't have enough fuel to sustain everything, but we do have some overage as we go. One of the things I have been working on connecting is down here in this little power grid. We are siphoning off all the excess power as we go through. So this guy individually is at 4%, but the system as a whole is at 36%. I think that's because, yeah, these guys are all plugged in. Unfortunately, we do have to remove this one. A few of them. So as we go through, we're going to keep packing them in here. Because what these guys are for is anytime there's an overage, they should charge. And anytime that we're under, they should expel. Right? But until our factory scales up to use all this power, because even though if we take a look here, we have the potential to use 12,000, but we're not there yet. Right? But I want to make sure that we can at least maintain more or less about 5,000 megawatts of power without any issues. So this is kind of what we have for now. So I want to finish connecting this row up and this row. Oh, that's crazy. If you see how they're sucking in air. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, I think we got everything we needed from the last episode done. So, oh, that's right, we need quick wire. Alright, so we ran out of quick wire between episodes, so let's head back to the base. Let's get some quick wire, and I think while we're over there, we'll work on some improvements to some stuff and things. I'm also looking at setting up more of the production for the items we need for phase 3. If I remember correctly, we still need computers. I don't know where my list went. It's somewhere. Okay, I don't know where my list went. I had a list of things. Oh wait, I see it. Things that I need to make. I forgot it's in this other stack. Okay, so we need to finish making motors, circuits, computers, and AI limiters, and I think that's everything we need in order to complete phase 3, excluding the 2 actual items we need for phase 3. So I can't remember if we made. So I guess while we oh, it's way over there. Okay, well I guess we're just gonna fly back then. We'll head back on the rail because it's a lot easier than trying to go that way. Even though that is the shorter path, this fuel source is not the best. Anyway, so I know we worked on getting motors. We got the stators set up and going, and then I think power crashed, and I think that's why we stopped. Computers and AI limiters working on getting. And circuits, I can't remember what we were with circuits, because I think one of those needs the manufacturers, if I'm not mistaken. And then once we have an actual plastic sink, I mean, I know we can sink the plastic, which was something that I thought was funny, is while I was designing our consumption of residual plastics, I was like, I really need a sink, or, you know, like something to put all this plastic in it, and I was talking to myself about it, and then my friend joined a Discord call, and was like, you know there's a thing in that game called a sink, right? And I'm like, I completely forgot. And what's hilarious, he hardly has played this game. We played it together for like I think it was 6 hours. Like, we completed phase 2, we were on to phase 3, or no, we completed phase 1, we were on to phase 2, and I'm just like, you know what? You're right. I completely forgot. I even was like, oh, you know what? I need a sink for this. I just thought it was funny because it just did not dawn on me that there was an item in the game called a sink that literally was doing the exact thing I need, and I was sitting here trying to design a production line, ratio it, and like, okay, well, I can compress the items down from like 5 to 1, but then it's still going to stock up, and then I have to figure out where to put it, and so on. I do think we are going to add a train for personal use. Ooh, speaking of things, I just remembered. They recently announced, I think it was 2 days ago. Well, from today, from the time you're seeing this, it's, I don't know how many days. 1.0, or not 1.0, 1.1, which is going to have, I think a bunch of nice little improvements, one of which being rumor better track building / rail signals on both sides, so making things omnidirectional in that regard. The other thing I saw was apparently splitters and mergers are now going to work vertically rather than needing other components with them, from what it looked like. There's also going to be hypertube splitters, so instead of doing some janky box where you have to like set power onto one, turn power off on one side. Honestly, it was kind of a cool system. I liked that design that I saw. I forget who came up with it. If you know who I'm talking about, leave that down below. But it could also just be a widely accepted concept at this point. I don't know. I don't want to steal anything from anybody. But regardless, the design was a little bit complicated. But now they're putting in Y-splitters. And then there was some other stuff that they've added. And yes, we do still have the Christmas stuff up, so anybody who's currently joining us, welcome. We did partake in the Christmas event, and so we still have that stuff going. I'm curious, do these items stay? Yes. My next question does... No. Actually, it might be answered if I look over here. No, it's not this. Where is... It's this. Yeah, okay, so it is no longer in here. But we can actually do some things with the trees. I haven't actually looked at any of the research in a while. Let's see. What are some of the items in here? Hostile, so we can detect enemies. An extra hand or rebar gun, that could be useful. Oh, power augmenter. That actually could be very useful. We need those items. We're gonna be on the lookout for that. Okay. Well, now that we've stabilized power enough-ish. Okay, we never finished motors. Or apparently Caterium wire. So those are going to be some things I want to work on today. Because we need Caterium wire in order to do stuff. And I know we did some like smelting of it over here in this little shack that we're probably going to redo. Because this box, at the time, I was like, oh man, this box is so cool, it looks awesome. Kind of pales in comparison to that stuff, which I don't know if it's any good. It just, I figured, you know, let's just match some things together, hope it works. Okay, I am having struggle of my life right now with this jetpack. You know, they say don't drink and drive. I'm pretty sure talking and jetpacking are also not acceptable. So we have our little machines here. They do their thing. I know it's been a while since we've showed this off. We'll probably... Yeah, I guess we'll just go here. So down below, how it works, Caterium ore is coming in. Split, goes up top. That's basically it. That's essentially the only thing to this building. As for everything else, there's not really a whole lot going on here. Definitely, I think we are going to work on doing something here. As for the space we have, if we raise this building up a little bit, we can get a lot more space, I think. We can get at least over to here. So let's, if we head up here, we could probably get 2 more foundations this way. Yeah, about 1.5, depending on the spot. And then we could probably extend the building this way. I don't know, a good 5 to 6 tiles. Also, anybody wondering what that is over there, that's, I think that's a Caterium node or a concrete node or sulfur node? I honestly, there's a node over there that we were mining for, I think it was explosives, then maybe it was sulfur. I don't know. Then we could probably bring it over here. So there's quite a lot of room we can get there with that. As for this, we could probably upgrade the fluid to Mark II. Because these guys, why isn't this working? Is it just because we have enough power? I'm pretty sure these things burn at a constant rate. I'm discovering all sorts of issues with our factory. Everything has coal. Why are you not? You are working. Okay. Well, I think maybe just the animations weren't playing. That one isn't. No, it shows green. Maybe there's a limit to how many animations can be playing at once or something, based on my settings. I don't know. Alright, well, let's get this Caterium wire made. We are going to want to work on a full automation of it. We could put that in this facility. There's plenty of room. But we also need to figure... I don't know if we just need a better fuel source or an actual proper way up there, because right now there is not a way to the roof. I need the lab on the first floor. Okay. What's this guy making? Wire. Make that. Because these guys have all the production modifiers on them. These are what I was using to make a boatload of biofuel. Oh, and a boatload of Caterium. Okay. And then I think that was everything we needed, right? Power. Power outlet. Yeah, we have plenty of those. Okay, so let's go do that. Let's go get these connected, and then while we do that, I'm actually curious, before we head over there, it is quite late, by the way, so yes, I am yawning. Normally I record in the morning and I'm yawning because I woke up. Now I'm yawning because it's quite late and I just got home from, well, not just got home from work, but probably about 2.5 hours now. Been a little busy, that's for sure. Let's see how much of the motors we've gotten done. I know we got the stators done. These things. We have not done anything with them because they are not connected. Did we start setting them up? You know. These guys are all ready to go. Okay, so everything here is ready to start doing its thing, but we have not connected anything up yet. Okay. So that's going to be the next process, is setting up the next set of things. And then I think this is ready to make motors. I think we have everything in place. We just haven't actually built that. So let's get to the roof. The only annoying thing that I hate is needing to wait. Please. Okay, that's the iron train. What train's leaving? Plastic and rubber. Oh no. Well, we're not catching up with that. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That's what I mean. We need better fuel. I don't know when we get better fuel, nor do I know what the better fuel is. I know we had that rocket fuel from the Christmas event. Ow, I just want to go up. I kind of hate they have to wait for that to work. I wish there was a infinite fuel or just a better fuel. I gotta see in the research if there is. Like, this is annoying having to do this. I mean, I know we could build stairs or something, but it's like annoying. Okay. Well, let's slowly make our way back over to the power plant now that we have Caterium wire. I can't decide if I want to put what we were going to put in there because we have a few things being made in there. Or we have heavy frames being made in there, I believe. Yeah, I think it's being made in there. Maybe we plan on having computers. I'm just trying to remember when I initially did this because it's been weeks now since I kind of had the thoughts planned out in all my notes. But all my notes for this, all I have is the items I was going to be making, but not where, which is part of the problem. Because I want to have production spread out instead of centralized, just to make it easier to expand if I need it to be expanded, but we'll see. And then, because we should be fairly steady with what we have in terms of production and whatnot. And then, of course, I want to continue expanding the rail network, but I don't think the expanding the rail network around the map is going to happen, at least for a few episodes, so a couple weeks. At least until we get either better fuel for the jetpack, as well as more upgrades for the spheres, for the Mercer spheres. We have 3 in storage, which means we can add 3 items to the depot. Do we have Caterium? We do have it in the network. Okay. I wonder, can we get to the oil rig / power before or after the train heads all the way back, stops, and comes all the way over here again? I think we can beat it. I hope we can beat the train. We'll see, though. I honestly don't know if we're going to be able to beat it. But yes, we have motors, circuits, computers, AI limiters. What is it? I think most of those things we can make in the assembler, but I think 1 or 2 of them we need the other one for. Because I know the heavy frames we needed the manufacturer, is that what it's called? Yeah, manufacturer. But the manufacturer is huge. Like, if anybody remembers, this thing is what we had to use with the 4 inputs and the height. It is crazy how large that machine is. Okay. Oh, that's what we were gonna do. Okay. I really like the look that we're kind of getting over here, kind of the vibe. I need to work on the aesthetic a little bit. Like, I like these pillar legs like that, but I gotta figure out how to make it, like, continue to work. Because if you look down here, we just have kind of this floor. And, like, I want it to be squished. Like, I want it to feel cramped, but it's kind of hard when those things are really tall. So, we'll have to see. Because, like, my idea is, like, oh, there's lots of pipes zigzagging everywhere. It's like an oil platform. So you gotta cross over pipes. Pipes are crossing over you. Like, there's just kind of stuff kind of going everywhere. That's kind of the vibe that I'm trying to go for. It's kind of working. So let's get these power guys all hooked up. I think, yeah, we are on this one. Because right now we have 100 megawatt hours. Oh, I didn't realize we could rotate these? Okay, well, I'm sure that's gonna bother somebody. I'm sorry in advance. I probably will not fix them. And we don't necessarily need these last two, so I think we have enough connections without them. But we should be good regardless. The nice thing is we can tell if they're plugged in because the little light on the front. Oof. This game is just not wanting those things to connect. Like so, like so. Ooh, speaking of things not wanting to work properly, my OBS was kind of having a bit of a stroke the other day, and it refused to take any sort of like recordings. I think I spent probably an hour getting it to work, and I think what ended up happening is it, for some reason, was synchronizing with my headset. So my headset has, like, anytime I take it off, it pauses, like, any audio or stuff. And for some reason, that was pausing the audio, or not, like, the audio, but, like, the video and audio in OBS. And I'm like, that's odd. It's never done that before. Well, turns out there was a, like, combination of settings that was, I think, causing that to happen, because like I changed a bunch of things and eventually got it to work back to normal, and I'm like, that is annoying. It really kind of irked me, to say the least. And then I do have a couple other games in mind that I'm wanting to play that I recently got through the Steam sale. So expect a video on those at some point whenever I have free time to do that, which might be hopefully soon. Honestly, I don't know. Being a college student is rough. But I'm just thankful that I graduate this semester so that I won't have to do that. I won't have to do that no more. Okay, and then we just have that. Like that, like so, like so. Okay, everything's hooked up. So now we have... I'm dumb. Each one of these is 100 megawatt hours. The total system is 9,200 megawatt hours. Okay. So considerably more. Considering we brought that down by 10%. Alright, well I think that's where we're going to call it today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, or anything else you want to leave that down below. With that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and peace out.